Hi, I'm Kimberly Fox. I got some of Kettlebell King's newly designed 33mm handles. So they're basically designed so that they're a teardrop shape or oval shape on the handle. So it's going to be like 35mm long and only 33mm wide. So it fits better in the hook grip of the hand. So I've been playing with it all week. And I've been using it in conjunction with the old style Kettlebell King's 35mm handle. I'll show you the difference in the handles. I cleared all the chalk off this one so we could look at it. So you can see that the handle is definitely like a more narrow looking, and then also on the side the horns of the kettlebell are wider and more teardrop shape to fit your wrist better in the overhead position. So I've been swinging an old one and a new one at the same time, doing long cycle. So so what I've noticed is that I definitely really like the new 33mm as far as the shape in your hand. I have pretty small hands for as tall as I am, normally I have a really hard time getting a good finger lock, especially on my first finger. But with this particular handle, I'm able to get a pretty good finger lock and still have a nice gap separation. Versus with this one, like, I can barely reach and I have to strain a lot more in order to maintain this separation, and I end up normally just having to go to either my middle finger when I finger lock, or sometimes I don't finger lock at all. So I did notice that I had much less grip fatigue with this bell than I did with this, and I've been using this bell only on my weaker arm. So normally my right hand is my weaker hand, and if I'm going to start to lose grip, I almost always lose it on that side first. So I've been using this one on this side to kind of see if it's still the first one that goes, and it kind of evened it out evened out my grip strength between the two bells and swinging them at the same time. So I do like that a lot about this new bell. Also on the new bell, there's pitting on the handle. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in video, but there's little tiny pits all over the handle. Most of them are pretty good as far as depth, so you'll get a nice grip after you take the initial varnish off the bell. You don't need to sand them very much at all, and then you'll still have a good grip even if you're not chalking it. Of course, like, I always chalk mine, but you'll have a nice grip without chalk. So now as far as the horn of the bell, I honestly did not notice that much of a difference for me. I know some people have said that they really like it, they're getting faster insertion. I didn't really tell that much of a difference. Comfort wise, it felt about the same. And like I said, I was swinging these two at the same time. So I really did not notice a difference from one side to the other as far as comfort goes when I'm in the rack or when I was in overhead position. It felt kind of the same to me. So, but I did like the grip a lot better. I seem to have a lot less pinching in my fingers because of the way it's made more to sit down in that oval shape of your fingers, because when I make a grip, like, my fingers aren't necessarily like perfectly round. So it did sit a lot more comfortably like that. It took chalk really well after just the first sanding, which I posted a video earlier this week on the chalking of this one. And then I even tried snatching with it yesterday, and it felt really good grip-wise for snatch. I could kind of see with snatch that it might have felt a little bit better on the insertion going overhead, but I'm not a super efficient snatcher. I don't snatch a ton, so I'm gonna have to have somebody else verify that. But I do really like the newly designed bell. Grip's a lot better, but I don't really notice that much of a difference with the handles. It wasn't uncomfortable, so it wasn't better or worse with the wider horn. So pretty good. I like it.